Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the fifth annual, is it fifth or fourth? Fifth annual college completion event here at Queensboro Community College. This is to honor Governor Andrew Cuomo declaring this College Completion Week. And this began as an initiative launched by Phi Theta Kappa and College Completion Committee nationwide to encourage students to finish their associate's degree before hopefully going on to more advanced degrees. To begin our festivities this afternoon, I'd like to introduce the president of Queensboro Community College, President Diane Call.
Thank you so much, and each of us is going to come up here because this is being filmed or recorded. Film is probably dating me. Okay. Well, welcome. This is a very special event, and it's my pleasure to be here because it represents, I think, an important effort on the part of our student leadership and our faculty and the Student Affairs Division to really support the completion program, which is your pledge to complete a degree. And I can't think of better role models than our Student Government Executive Board. They have been amazing, and this is a grand tradition to see their leadership continued and really making a difference with students. Finishing a degree is so important. It marks you as someone who can accomplish something, a goal. It sets you apart in many respects, whether it's the world of work, if you go into that, or to another school when you completing, hopefully, your baccalaureate degree. It makes a difference to have your associate degree because it gives you, I think, a fine education here because we do have the best programs and the best faculty. But in addition to that, it makes you eligible for many scholarship opportunities at that senior college. There are programs that are specifically available to graduates of community colleges. And it's really important. The senior colleges are beginning to realize how very special you are. And 45% of the millions of students in the United States are studying at community colleges today. So it is a very important, we call it asset class, because it's to be valued. And each and every one of you is successful in your own right, and you're going to go on to demonstrate that community college students make the senior colleges communities as vibrant as they are and as successful as they are. And you'll hear from a few of our alums. We're very proud of the folks who have graduated from Queensboro and gone on to complete a degree and gone on to the world of work. Many of our staff and faculty began and completed a degree at Queensboro. You can see that at the end of our catalog, which I believe is online. You'll see the list of all the faculty and staff with all their degrees, and you'll see that many of them began here or at other community colleges. In fact, 25% of all the doctorates awarded in the United States each year, those students began at community colleges. So this is a road to great success in careers and in academia. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. I want to say again my special thanks to the Student Government Executive Board, to Dr. Emily Tai, to Dr. Parasavanos, who are the godparents of this project, and to Vice President MICHEL HODGE and his staff, his amazing staff. Is Ray here today? He's somewhere working. Still working. I know that. So thank you, and I appreciate it. There's something like, I want to beat last year's number, which was over 800 students signed up, and I know we have a full court press to get more and more students to pledge to complete a degree. So in advance of what I know will be your graduation, congratulations, and I'd like to turn this back over to Dr. Tai. Thank you.
What we are putting up on the podium right now is a PowerPoint that Dr. Savronos and I add to every year with successful graduates of Queensboro Community College who have gone on to continuing education and or other successful careers. And we update it every year because Dr. Savronos and I get clogged email boxes full of people who are pursuing all kinds of careers. Mr. Kunal Singh, who couldn't be with us today and was another PTK president, it has his own jazz musician band that actually gets gigs, you know, for all of you who think that musician is Latin for unemployed. And we also have, a young man out in the Southwest, whose name I'm now blocking on, but he's been a research associate at a psychology lab at the University of Colorado. We've been hearing about several young people who completed medical degrees recently, and so it's just a delight to hear. We heard about Mr. John Wilkinson, who finished up his degree in history at Columbia University, and I just heard from a friend of his the other day that he has now accepted a position at Citibank. So for those of you who think that history is only for studying the past, it can also be for, you know, the way to forecast the financial future. So with all of those things in mind, I'd now like to turn the proceedings over to Vice President MICHEL HODGE.
Thank you. It's my great pleasure to be with you this afternoon. When I first came to Queensboro, this was one of the initiatives that I was told about, and I wasn't real familiar with it. And then it clicked. I said, oh, so now I see why, in my old job at a senior college, why we were getting such qualified applicants from Queensboro. It's because we really take this to be a serious yet fun time to commit to doing something that's going to be better for your future. So I wanted to just take 2 minutes to thank everybody, and I may have to leave just a little bit early because I have something waiting in my office, but also to give Ray a chance to come because he was very instrumental in getting things going here. So, of course, the PTK professionals that we have, our professors that make sure that we have our students in PTK, and they really work hard at this, and it's really a testament to our commitment to PTK, and obviously the alumni that come back. Thank you very much. We always love alumni because they show, you know, the work that we do and how the folks that are back there in the other seats that are students now, some of the things that are possible. So thank you very much for coming. Of course, the support from the President's office is invaluable in initiatives like this. And our student government yesterday came in and really helped promote this event. They were out there on the ground with the T-shirts, getting awareness up about this, and so we really appreciate their participation and partnership in this initiative. So I don't want to take up too much more time because we do have some folks here who I think you really will enjoy hearing from, and you'll learn a little bit about what might be possible for you in your future. So thank you. I look forward to next year's event and I'm pretty sure we're going to break the record this year. We're tracking very well to that, and I'm looking forward to next year being even bigger. And with that, I'll invite Dr. Emily Tai back to the podium.
We have greetings from our student leaders, and to introduce them, I would like to ask Ms. GISELA Rivera to come to the microphone.
Hello, everyone. As Professor Tai indicated, my name is GISELA Rivera. I'm the Director of Student Leadership and Development. I have the honor of working with the student government and all the student groups and organizations on a daily basis. It would be my pleasure to introduce them to you. Our student government president is Mr. Patrick BOUCICAUlt. You can come right up. We also have Mr. Ebro Blanco, who is our executive vice president. We have our administrative vice president, Ms. Mohani Balkaran. We have Ms. Lee Juan He, who is our treasurer for student government. We have Mr. Paul Donato, who is our programming vice president. and Mr. Kyle Chin-Hao, who recently joined us as our Student Government Secretary. So I know Patrick has been all morning wondering, what is he going to say to this group? Patrick, what are you going to say?
Thank you. My name is Patrick BOUCICAULT. I'm the student government president here. On behalf of the student government, I'd like to say hi to everybody. For the most part, we're here to really encourage you guys to really push forward and graduate from QCC. QCC should really be used as a foundation, you know? You want to be able to come here and build your character and build the person you are so you can move forward in the future. Whatever endeavors you have that you wanted to accomplish, that's the reason you decided to come here. Nobody received a phone call from QCC asking to come to this school. You had something that you wanted to do, and you came here so you could achieve it. So that being said, you know, it's a good idea to come to QCC to finish what you initially thought that you wanted to do. And for the most part, sorry, really not prepared for this. For the most part, we really, you know, student government's here to serve you guys. So if there's anything student government could ever do for you, you can always stop by our offices in the student union building in the lower level, and we're always here for you. We can do a lot for you guys as long as you guys come to us for assistance. Graduating is really important because it puts you, like I think Dr. Call said, it puts you ahead of everybody else. Some people don't even graduate high school, you know, it's really not a good thing. We want to be able to help them too. But graduating community college to move on forward, it's really the first step. And then you can move on to a 4-year and do whatever you dreamed of doing. There's really nothing you can't do graduating from QCC. Nothing you can't do. There's people who come to QCC and they go to Columbia University. You can go to Harvard, you can go anywhere you want to. There's nothing you can't be coming here. So just if anybody ever needs anything from the SGA board, you can come by anytime and we're here to help you. Thank you.
So it's now my great pleasure to introduce a series of successful alumni. And I'd like to begin by introducing somebody who was at Queensboro a very, very long time ago. And I met him by accident at a resource fair at Queensboro Correctional Facility. And we were talking to a whole group of men who were hoping to restart their lives, many of them by beginning associate's degrees, as Mr. BOUCICAULT was just mentioning, is so important. And Mr. Cologne, the deputy superintendent, said to me, "Oh, Queensboro Community College. I remember that college. I began at that college." And so I'd like to thank Deputy Superintendent Cologne for joining us today, and he's here to talk about his experiences at Queensboro.
Thank you very much. It has been a very, 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 very long time. In fact, I go back to the BC period, as I like to say, before computers. I did go to Queens College, and when I got out of high school, I remember there was one thing, I had one dream in my whole life. Believe it or not, that dream was to fly. I got my pilot's license before I even got my driver's license. And I figured that Queensboro, it's a good place to start. Why not? So when I came to Queensboro, I went through a lot of different changes. Like everybody else, I changed my major maybe 3 or 4 times. And believe it or not, I was even on WQCC. Do they still have the radio station? They used to have a radio station here, QCC. I was on the radio station way back when. Nobody listens to radio anymore, I know. But as you said, the college does build a lot of character. It gives you a lot of knowledge, and it's the beginning of a journey. It's the beginning of a life's journey. I never thought that I would not be able to fly, but life gets in the way. Things happen. But I didn't give up. And from that point on, from here, I went to Queens College. And from Queens College, I graduated. And there I met my wife at the time, who's still my wife to this day. We got married back in 1981. I know that's impossible nowadays, but yes, it does happen. But still, the City University system, and Queensboro in particular, was an important cornerstone of my life. Like I said, I was on the radio. It got me very much into public speaking. And from here, I did pick my first and final major, as it were. I decided to go into political science, and I graduated with a focus in international law. My first job, I do have to admit, I did turn down. I managed to get an interview at the United Nations, and they offered me a job as peacekeeper in Lebanon. At that time, the life expectancy was close to 2 months, so I did turn that down. But I've never forgotten this campus and everything that it's done for me, because it was an important beginning of my life. And it did teach me one thing, that you have to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and continue. You may not complete all of the dreams that you have today, but they're important. They're important because those are the dreams that are going to help you drive and continue to strive for bigger and better things. And it's not always money. It's not always money. Sometimes it's a personal belief that you can make the world that much better. And I firmly believe that. And that's why 5 years ago, I ran for my first public office as town board in Orange County for the largest township in Orange County, town of Monroe. Very controversial. But anyway, I still won, and I won re-election. And I would like to tell you that I'm the first Hispanic ever to sit on that board since 1755. No other minority since of any kind has ever been on that board. But I've managed to do that and to get reelected. And I owe my thanks to the City University system. This is a wonderful opportunity that's not going to cost you millions. And when you look at the City University system, even from starting from this point, there's a lot of famous people who graduated from City University system. I mean, Paul Simon, Art Garfunkel, they went to Queens College. Even Carole King and Henry Kissinger, just to name a few people in history. But you have a proud legacy to build on. And Queens College, Queensboro Community College, is a great place to start, I'm telling you. It did wonders for me. It helped me open my eyes to the rest of the world. It helped me get on with my public speaking. And it helped me get involved in politics on a local level as well, and to be more involved in the community as well. I got a great sense of community here. And I'm very proud to say all the time that I got my start from Queensboro Community College. It's been a long and winding road, but I still come back to this campus. And I still remember this campus. In fact, I was able to find the science building and the student union to this day. So I think that's, my memory isn't getting that bad. But I'm very proud to say that I'm a graduate of the City University system, and I got my beginnings, my start, right here at Queensboro Community College. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Deputy Superintendent Colon. And now I would like to introduce a young man who some time ago was extemporaneously speaking in Mr. BOUCICAULT's place, Mr. K. Atanda. Somehow survived the experience. And he's back to tell us about his latest adventures since graduating Queensboro.
Hopefully I survive again today. But good afternoon, everyone. I remember 2 years ago in this very room, we gathered for the inaugural QCC College Completion Day event. And I sat just where you are now, and I saw as alum after each of them mounted this podium, and there was a shared theme, a consistent message. They all loved QCC so much. I remember I heard this lady talk about she left from here to Queen's College, where she got her bachelor's and her master's degree, and she returned as a professor. I also heard Alpha too. I recall she mentioning she left here to Baruch, she had a stint on Wall Street, and she returned to QCC. And I was in your position, and I was thinking to myself, I love QCC, but I'm still trying to travel the world, you know? I'm not trying to get back so quickly. But 2 years now, 2 years away, now I get it. Now I understand that there's no other community like QCC. And I join those alums and those that have spoken today in declaring that I too love QCC so much, and I'm back. Only for today, but I'm back. And thanks for having me back. I took you back just 2 years, but let me take you back a little further. Although I was born in Brooklyn, I spent most of my formative years in Lagos, a city starkly defined by small pockets of wealth amid searing poverty. Now, growing up in a third world country was a challenge. Every day, from the political instability to the power outages, every day was a challenge. I had the opportunity to return back to the United States in 2010, and I came with dreams, big dreams. I aspired to be a Mandela, to affect change like Gandhi, and to amount wealth like Oprah. But QCC was the first place I came to. I came in 2010, and I enrolled at QCC 2 weeks after in that same year. And QCC opened my perspective. And it's important because my experience at QCC was integral because it determined the rest of my time in America and virtually the rest of my life, how it unfolded. So QCC could have either helped to extinguish the fire under my dreams or help make it wilder, and thank goodness it did later. And I'm so fortunate to have come here and met so many inspiring people. The professors and staff I've met here are unrivaled to anywhere else. I've had the opportunity to meet beautiful people, but professors here remain the best, and I don't say this easily. So thank you so much for believing in me, sometimes believing in me even more than I believed in myself. The opportunities I've been exposed to because of QCC have been endless, and with the degree I got from here, I have received access to numerous opportunities, 2 national fellowships and over $100,000 worth in scholarship, and I'm more than humbled and grateful. One opportunity, if I may share, as a child, I only thought that one day, I'll be opportunity to tour the White House, to visit it. But with help from President Cole and Dr. Tai, I was able to not only visit the White House, but to complete a White House internship last summer, and it's because of you guys. So thank you so much for empowering me. I was able to not only realize that dream, but exceed that dream, and that's the beauty of QCC. It's interesting, when I applied to that internship, I had 5 interviews, by the way, which was ridiculous to me, but they did what they had to do. But 60% of the questions they asked me dealt with my time here. They asked me my experience as student body president, my experience with the diversity here. So this continues to play an important role in my life and my trajectory. So this is a wonderful foundation. It's a good anchor. It sets you up for many things. And it's important you complete your degree, because employers and scholarship committees, it shows to them that you could complete a task, that you could see it to the very end. And if you can do that, how much more can you do? So it's definitely something I encourage you all to complete, and at QCC, because this is the place to be. Let me end here. I'm currently in graduate studies at Columbia University on a generous scholarship from the State Department, and I do so fully aware that QCC has helped open the doorways of opportunities that have led me there. And I hope to that one day I would help open those doorways so that everyone else too may pass through. Thank you so much for everything you've done, and hopefully we'll be in touch.
Another distinguished president of our Lambda Sigma chapter here at Queensboro Community College was Ms. Lee Kan Chen, and she too has come back to Queensboro to tell us what she's up to.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lee Con Chen. I was the first to start this college completion program here at Queensboro Community College because I realized that a lot of other community colleges across the nation held their own, but Queensboro is special to me. I came in as a nursing major. I graduated as a nursing major. I got the Dr. Martin Luther King Award for Diversity during graduation. And I have moved on. I graduated from Lehman College with a summa cum laude, with a nursing major, women's study minor, and political science minor. And right now, I'm currently working in a nursing agency, and I have been a private duty nurse in the home, in the hospital. I've done hospice at home. I have done an international escort, taking patients home. And just this weekend, one of my patients passed away, but their wish was to end their suffering. And just like my patient, he had a wish. I too. I wanted to take whatever I could at QCC to embrace what it offered. I went to Salzburg on a fully funded scholarship. It was amazing to be at the Schloss Leopoldskron, where the Sound of Music supposedly took place. I had so many merit scholarships. I thanked the school. And I also had a nursing scholarship. I also thank the school again. It is important to graduate from nursing and from QCC because it opened up a road for me, a pathway. I can do it. You can too. Thank you.
The old joke you may recall is, when you graduate, we're going to miss you, but the Alumni Association misses nobody. And to represent them is our final speaker, Mr. MICHEL Consigliaro.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mike Conigliaro. I'm the president of the Alumni Association, and the one major thing I want to let all of you know here today is that Queensboro Community College is the institution that made me the person that I am today. And that's very important that you realize that yourselves as you move forward in your lives once you're done at Queensboro. But what you need to realize is that I myself also sat in the same chair that you guys are sitting in. Now, I graduated here 22 years ago, and I stand here today as a candidate for state senate in my district in Queens as a product of Queensboro Community College. And I'm proud of that. Now, I want you to know that there are various things here at Queensboro that helped me to get my degree. While I was here and when I started Queensboro, I really wasn't sure what path I wanted to take. I didn't know what major I wanted to excel in. And it was here where I took a business law class where I realized that my passion was the law. And one night I'm driving on the Grand Central Parkway and realized, you know what? That class today was amazing. And I'm going to pursue from there. And what I did was, and I was not a stellar student. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I was a great student when I started. I was on academic probation. I had my flaws. But I used the system here at Queensboro that allowed me to retake classes and improve my grades. And I used the tutoring program here at Queensboro. And I used the mock interview programs that they have here at the school. And I used the resume writing programs that they have here at the school. And you should all utilize that. Because when you go out for your first job and people look at your resume, the first thing they're going to see where you went to school first is Queensboro, and you should all be proud of that. The second thing is, when I graduated Queensboro, I went on to St. John's University where I got a bachelor's in criminal justice. But here's the kicker for all of you. The advantage you have is that once you graduate from Queensboro and you go into that school in your third year, you're ahead of the curve for those students who started there as freshmen in the four-year school, because Queensboro prepares you in those first 2 years, unlike those other schools do. And I'm not saying anything bad about them. What I'm saying is that this is a special place, and you need to recognize that. You need to recognize that this school allows you to, you're going to become friends with people today that 20 years from now, you're going to be sending Christmas cards to, you're going to be seeing their children together. I have friends from here that I talk to on a daily basis. But the important thing is you realize that this school is a special place, and that what you're doing here now is preparing yourselves for the future. And that's very important. And whatever you do in life, wherever you go, whatever it is, you make sure you finish your degree here first. And then when you do that and you go on to another school, you excel at that school, but let it be known that you're a product of Queensboro Community College. This school made me the person I am today. I say that unequivocally. Now, what I did in future years to come back is I joined the Alumni Association. And a few years back, I began to reconnect with people here at the school. And I began to reconnect with different program directors here. And we've done wonderful things at the Alumni Association. We've brought new people onto the cabinet. We even have a few people who spoke here last year who are now on our cabinet. We've worked very closely with Dr. Tai and Dr. Savanos, and we've worked also this year to bring more money in to give scholarships to students like yourselves, because you're all working hard, and we want to show our appreciation in the Alumni Association. But what we ask is that what you now have here and what you're utilizing here for yourselves, we'd like you to eventually come back when you all graduate and give back to the students and join the Alumni Association and do things for students who are going to need the assistance that you're now getting from the school here. Because by giving back, it keeps the process going. It's very important, because that process allows future students to know, hey, when I'm done at Queensboro, I can still help, I can still do things, I can still stay connected with the school, because the school gave me the guidance I needed to become the person that I am today. So what I say is that everything that happens to you here, keep it here. But don't forget here. This is the roots for you, for all of you. Just like where you grew up, just like where you come from in the country, where you're from, or where your parents are from, your roots and your scholastic endeavors moving forward are from Queensboro Community College. And everyone should know that moving forward. When you send out your resumes, when you meet different people, I went to Queensboro Community College, and let it be known that this school helped you to become the person that you are going to become. And I wish you all the best of luck. And if there's any questions or anything you ever need, we are here. Nikki Patterson-Garcia is my colleague in the Alumni Association. It's a pleasure working with Dr. Savanos and Dr. Tai and President Cole, and working with all of you and the student government. We want to have you guys also letting people know that they can join the Alumni Association when they graduate, and to continue doing the good work that you all are doing as well. So I wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors, and it was a pleasure being here today. Thank you.
We wanted to take this moment to thank the members of our marketing department and our audiovisual aides who are recording this event. And they play a very special role this year in how we are recording pledges, because we've been asking students to take pictures of themselves with machines. I'm not sure what they're called, but anyway, that's because I'm a medievalist. I don't understand anything after 1600. But what we are asking is, when we started this event, we had people signing paper pledges, a little paper pledge. But now we have something electronic, which is really a lot, very exciting, because what it's going to allow us to do, I believe, is list all the people who pledged to complete on the internet. And so this becomes part of our website representation of Queensboro. So you join a family and you immediately join the club of people who are committed to complete. I hope that this day and these festivities are the first step in a long career of academic success I know that even for those of us, those students who weren't able to join us today, who have been part of these proceedings and festivities over the past week, it will be the beginning of an academic journey of success. And I want to thank all of our speakers for coming back to Queensboro, finding your way back here after so many years, and telling us about what you've been doing. And as Ms. Hannah, who spoke last year, said, in the letter she has now composed with Mr. Consigliare's assistance for the Alumni Association, when you become part of Queensboro, you become part of a family. And we're all part of your family, whether we're in the tutoring section, or the library, or in one of the academic departments, or in the administration. We're all here to help you begin your journey and make sure that you launch a career of academic and professional success. So we wish you all the very best, and we'd like to thank you all for coming.